Welcome back to another pod. What are you gonna say? Welcome back to another podcast. Drawing Board podcast. I'm Benny Sarpong. This is
what's going on, baby? It's Frankie Clarence.
And yeah, man. Yeah, we're doing this differently this time, innit? So we're gonna be talking about
a specific topic.
Because usually we just kind of riff and freestyle. It's like improv, but
it essentially is.
It is. Which is
I know this is kind of riffing again, but do you find improv easy?
I thought I found it easy, but then I started training with people that had a technical perspective on it, and it's like, no, this is not. You're not adding to the scene. I was like, oh shoot, maybe there is a element to improv that I don't understand. But I'm quite spontaneous as a person anyway, so I thought I think I've got an inclination to it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, therefore it's an easy trait. I thought it's easy because I thought that's my natural gift.
Yeah.
So it can come snap.
Just like responding to situations, which is making me want to just improv. But anyway, no, we have to be professional now because we've got more videos than that.
Yeah, momentum.
More minimum.
Where did that come from?
I feel like I've heard it from like Fresh Prince or something.
Yeah, I've heard that, and there was also that thing I was wondering. I'm falling, but I can't get up. Where did that come from? Because I find that hilarious.
That's DMX.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Like DMX got a song. Yeah, I'm tripping, falling, can't get up. So maybe. Anyway, the topic today is cancel culture. Yep, we're gonna be talking about the good old cancel culture. Are we with it? Are we for it? Are we against it? Are we
what does it even mean?
On the fence? What does it even mean? What does it mean? Let's figure that out first. What's cancel culture?
Canceling something that's in the culture.
That's in the culture, literally. We don't want that in our culture anymore. That's so interesting.
So we're kicking it out.
Right. So who's we? That's what. Let's get to the bottom of that, because
Black Twitter.
Okay. So for some reason, Black Twitter has political power enough to cancel things in culture, which is mad.
It's really, I thought that's probably one thing Black people have solid power on the world.
Yeah.
Of course, there's probably more things, but on top of my head, I think literally we can cancel. It's because we have such an influence on social media.
Yeah. We got an influence in culture. Period. Everything we do. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's
arts or whatever. But yeah.
Do you think we're abused? I feel like we're abusing it though. I feel like we're kind of abusing our power of influence. Of course, yeah, like sometimes you have to fight against, do you know what I mean, things that aren't right in society and are, yeah, and plead your case. But I really kind of feel like, yo, cancel culture is actually doing more harm than good. I think it started off like many things. Things start off good and then they end up being bad. And I think like cancel culture starting to get mad. You know what I read today? Right, so this might come out as something that's not true, but I read this thing. I'm gonna see if I can find it. So you know the whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing? Everyone was talking about, oh, Tory Lanez shot her, and when it came out and Megan Thee Stallion went on Instagram Live and said, he shot me, blah, 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 blah. It was like, cancel Tory Lanez, right? So I read this thing from Tory Lanez, but apparently there's an audio, someone got audio of Tory Lanez's security guard, and he's talking about what happened, and he says he left his gun in the car, and I'm gonna read it properly and tell you what he actually says, because I don't want to like misquote him. But he basically says, I left my gun in the car. Tory Lanez was in the back seat, or in the car with Megan Thee Stallion's friend, and they were fighting over my gun because Tory Lanez had slept with both Megan Thee Stallion and this girl, and yeah, it was after fighting over the gun that the gun went off and almost shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. So, yeah. But my whole thing, what I think is so important about that is, as soon as we heard the whole Megan Thee Stallion shooting thing, we were so quick to say Tory Lanez is cancelled. And if that manuscript or that description, audio description, whatever comes out as true, then I think a lot of people owe Tory Lanez an apology.
Definitely, but will they? They'll just kind of slide it as like, what it is. But why are we always so quick to a story? You know, cancel things with actually knowing the actual story behind it, or there's so many people that have been cancelled that should be being cancelled.
Yeah,
and
man.
then when an incident, because when an incident does come out, for example, I can't remember, one of these black female influencers, she got cancelled. I can't remember what it was. A lot of them got cancelled. It wasn't just her, a lot of them. Her, Olani, all these Nada, all these black female social media influencers in the UK, they got cancelled.
Yeah.
And then they found out one of the girls, basically she was going through depression, so she was just kind of looking for attention, but she didn't get it. Then a few days later, her dad died, and then everyone was like,
"Oh, I know what you're talking about now."
Yeah. Then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like,
"Yeah,
no, it doesn't work that way."
It's like, it does cancelling someone count as bullying?
It is, in a sense, cyberbullying.
I think it is as well, but I don't think it's seen as bullying.
But to a degree, bullying is a concept of attacking someone verbally, physically, mentally, without that person being able to defend themselves. So in essence...
But hold on, like, even if you can defend yourself, like, I think you can still be bullied. I can choose not to defend myself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I might be able to physically defend myself, but mentally I can't defend myself against all of these. I think this is where, and this is interesting, I think sometimes young boys get bullied by girls.
Yeah.
And it's like, they can physically defend themselves, but they're told, no, you can't. And they're like, do you know what I mean? Hopefully they know better than to put their hands on the woman. But then the mental, do you know what I mean, implication of that bullying, the verbal bullying, do you know what I mean? It's like...
Mental's much more long-lasting than physical.
Yeah.
I can recover a bruise or black eye or broken leg much quicker than knowing someone just obviously killed my friend kind of thing. Yeah, you know, it's a mental state of it. But
do you think? Okay, here's a deep one. Do you think R. Kelly deserves to be cancelled? Oof, R. Kelly.
Yes.
Okay.
To the concept of he clearly knew a lot of these girls' ages.
Yeah.
It's different compared to Akon, who didn't know the girl's age.
Hold on, wait. What did Akon do?
So, remember the song? You even said in the song, Put the Blame on Me. So basically, one girl, he was performing at one club. One girl came on stage, twerking on him, was grinding on it. He made out with her.
Oh,
when
really?
The girl was 14 or 15.
Oh, shoot. Not Akon?
But that's not on him, because he was at a club where entry was 21 years and over. So, how the hell do you know?
Yeah.
Especially in that element, the music, you've drank, everyone's hyped, everyone. There's probably been times.
Oh, that's peak.
Exactly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Not to say he deserves to be cancelled, but it's in the same element that he done something to kid, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what even gave him the benefit of the doubt.
So I just realized I'm wearing my seatbelt still, and I want to show off my t-shirt. Anyway. Yeah.
Why
no.
can't go ask, bro. But yeah, it's
That's interesting.
R. Kelly, and the thing is, it wasn't just the one time.
What with R. Kelly? Yeah. Okay, so here's my thing, and every time I talk about R. Kelly to anyone, people always look at me like, I get it, but no. Alright, so this is what I think in it. I think what R. Kelly did was disgusting and horrible, and he deserves to be
get
punished
to the butt, bro,
for what he did. But I believe you can take away someone's heinous acts from their artistry. What I mean by that is, if someone kills, mass murderer, right, like mass murderers, but he has built a house or built houses for misfortunate people, you know what I mean, like people that are in poverty, do we then cancel all is good? Like, because you did that mass murder, all of those houses don't count. Matter of fact, tear them houses down.
A beautiful example. And this is kind of why we're going back to what we were saying about the power of maybe black people of abusing cancel culture, because we tend to be very quick at...
Oh shoot, sorry, this happens a lot. I need to start... Sorry. I need to figure out... that happens almost every podcast. Yeah,
the key in life is to be consistent, so...
Yeah, true.
Next week, yeah?
Next week.
So we tend to be very quick at cancelling our own than outsiders. prime example why I say that. You said that what if they did so much good fortune? Another one who got cancelled very quickly and I thought was quite a bit unjust was, I'm gonna call him Dr. because that's his real monarch, Dr. Cosby.
Okay. Oh, this is tough. I don't know how I stand with all this stuff.
So, first off, Bill Cosby's from the 70s. Yeah, he was around the 70s. We weren't around, but you hear stories about what 70s was a very, very different time.
Yeah.
To a point where literally everyone had spoons to do coke on the spot then. You see how the club Fabric and Egg, everyone does all sorts of drugs in the club, in the middle of the dance floor?
Allegedly.
That's what they do, but Fabric, Egg, all of them clubs.
I mean, hey, we might get an endorsement from the company. So
I don't want it, bro. I don't want it. But literally, that's how almost 95% of the clubs in that time was like. So first off, everyone was unstable. All right. Why would these girls go into a room of a known married man?
Yeah.
He never ever hid that he was not married.
Yeah, but the Quaaludes, apparently he's making them sleepy. He makes them sleepy and then...
But then waited 30 years.
Yeah, but
I punch you in the face. I steal your everything in your house.
Trauma.
And you don't...
Trauma.
30 years?
It's like...
All of them?
It's like, put it this way. If I know that I'm dealing with a powerhouse like Bill Cosby, someone that's seen as the father of, you know what I mean? Like...
But then hear what I'm saying.
American television, black American television.
He bought colleges. He funded a lot of kids going into university. Even the ones he didn't fund, he gave them the possibility to know that it can be achievable when they didn't think that it was possible.
Yeah, so what do you think should have happened to him then? What do you think should have happened to him?
Well, all 40 of them said that he got raped by them.
Oh,
and you keep counting.
Oh, you're saying it might not be true?
Besides of what might be true, it may have been exaggerated. For example, why I'm leading to that is because you said that should we cancel all the goods that he's done. He's given a lot of engineers a profession in engineering. So should they strap up their degree because it was funded by the Bill Cosby
That's
Foundation?
what I'm saying.
And then continue with that. It's the same with the black culture. There was this white director who basically did the exact same thing. He had to flee down to Sweden for a few months, but then he came back. He's back working in Hollywood. I can't remember his name, but then he ain't cancelled.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old.
Oh, yeah. America's mad.
Married a 14-year-old.
People, I think the West in general is mad. Like, I keep saying America, but it's like.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not. If those who are not black who are watching it, yes, everything has to be about color because you've allowed that situation to be in that. But then now we're in that topic. Why should one thing apply to another and not to everyone else?
Yeah.
So I don't feel Bill Cosby was given the right to defend himself, like the same with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I do. You know what I feel like though? I think if I can just whittle it down without talking about specific cases, because I don't really know anything.
Yeah, of course, we don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what we're told. But
yeah, I kind of want to say that as a general rule of thumb. Alright, we don't know where that came from.
What the hell was that, bro?
You never heard of that? As a rule of thumb, you never heard of that saying? It's a saying. Anyway, as a general rule of thumb, I think cancel culture, if you're gonna cancel someone, like, alright, I personally don't believe in cancel culture. I don't believe anyone should cancel anyone. And if you're going to, do you know what I mean, hold someone accountable for what they've done, then hold them accountable for what they've done, but don't, do you know what I mean, like, put all their goods in the same pot. I think you can benefit from people's goods.
Why am I still hearing Elvis Presley music, but I'm not allowed to hear Remix Ignition in the club?
That's what I'm saying.
That pisses me off, bro.
People say though, like, I don't want to be funding him. Like, I don't want to put money in this guy's pocket. And I'm like,
that is absolute BS. Do you know how much you are funding without realization?
I was saying the same thing.
A lot of our parents have been paying a reparation for former slave owners.
Yeah.
So if you want to go down that avenue, we'll go down that avenue.
And also Harvey Weinstein movies are still out. When when you're watching movies from Harvey Weinstein, you're funding the Weinstein company.
A lot of these clubs are only allowed a certain amount of black people, but once you go in, hey, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go down avenue, go all in, not all of this BS, bro.
Yeah, and also like with Chris Brown as well, like we still listen to Chris Brown music. Are we like, are we cancelling Chris Brown's music because of what he done? That's like, yo, people are flawed. if you ain't got no flaws, do you know what I mean? Everyone's got skeletons in their closet. There's no such thing as a person that doesn't have any flaws, and I think...
I haven't got no skeletons.
Anyway, whatever.
I'm pure.
Probably
you know
have
why?
some... Go on.
Because I'm wholesome.
Because you're... I wasn't expecting... I was supposed to say something a bit more... Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought it would be more magnificent, but you said wholesome. I like wholesome. Wholesome's cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown is a good example of someone that has done something wrong, went through, do you know what I mean, what he went through. Do you know what I mean? Went to prison and did jury service and all that stuff. And then now it's like he's still doing this. He's able to live. He's able to put that stuff behind him. It's like a lot of my biggest growths have come from the mistakes I've made. So I've made a massive mistake and be like, oh shoot, this is bad, and then kind of grown from that. Do you know what I mean? And become the person I am. So people should be allowed to make mistakes, say the wrong thing, and
that's the thing. We just become a bunch of... I don't know if we're allowed profanity in this, but I don't know. Like we've never
say it. We'll beep it out. I don't know. I kind of want to like avoid profanity. I want everyone to hear it. But but yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of you become very sensitive. Like literally, it's not even just in the entertainment world. I can't call a person who's overweight fat anymore.
That's another thing. Do I have to beep that out? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that guy is just added some pound. Nah, if a person is fat, he's fat.
You fat, man. You putting on weight.
Well, what's wrong with calling people disabled?
Yeah. Can you call people retarded?
That's the thing. That is actually, I don't know. I think it's a medical term of actually saying it.
Yeah.
But we can't even say that. But it's literally the medical term of it.
Yeah.
You can't say vagina.
You can't say vagina? Who said I can't say vagina?
What it is. Jurgen Klopp even... Okay, well, Jurgen Klopp didn't say vagina, but I'll lean to another one. One of his players...
can't say vagina?
Genie Wijnaldum had diarrhea. We can laugh about it now. Klopp said in an interview he's not going to play because he has diarrhea. He got told off. He said he's not allowed to say that.
Oh, really?
Like... What the hell? And why I find it so hilarious, why everyone is so sensitive, is we grew up watching a lot of things that was very much everyone was the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
South Park, Family Guy, South Park.
That's the shout out everyone that's got like the box set of South Park, like and is like scared to watch it.
All of these.
South
like,
Park was...
if it was only directed to just one demographic, I can understand. But black people go here, Jewish people, white people, gays people go here, all of it.
There's a line, man.
But where?
There's a line.
I'm not saying, but where's the line though?
That's what I'm saying. I think this is what, I think cancel culture is the far extreme. And I think what I've realized about life is balance. There is no such thing as, this is, if you go all the way this way, you're okay. Or you go all the way that way, you're okay. It's like, it never works. If you go far left, you're too left. If you go far right, you're too right. Do you know what I mean? It's like, everything about life is balance. Night, dark, up, down. Do you know what I mean? Right, left. Everything is like, we got two ears, our freaking faces are split in half, two eyes. It's like polarities, right? And I think cancel culture for me is an example of someone trying to fix something that is wrong. They've identified the thing that's wrong, which is good, but they've just gone so far left. And I think canceling people isn't the thing.
Solution.
Isn't the solution. I think understanding people and having a discussion and continuously having a discussion and people kind of like continuously growing from their ignorances. I remember I used to call people gay as a joke.
Yeah.
It was like someone could like, I don't know, be eating a sausage. Like, why are you eating a sausage? You're gay, bro. Like,
no, it doesn't even have to be in that sexual content. It can be like,
losing.
Oh, you missed the bus. Oh man, I missed the bus. That's so gay, man.
Oh, it's gay. Yeah.
It's so dumb, but I know what you're trying to say, but
we should be able to, no, we shouldn't be able, it's not that we should be able to say that, but I think we should be able to have discussions. Gay, huh? Here's something that, well, anyway, what I was going to say is, and this is a bit controversial, I feel like racist people should be able to have, this is going to be weird, should be able to come out and say I'm racist. The reason why I say that is because if you cancel people, you're just making them suppress it. All you're doing is making them go deeper and deeper into a hole and hiding all their, do you know what I mean, insecurities and problems. Whereas if you bring these people out in the open and say, hey, come here, racist person, come here. let's have a conversation. I won't hit you, punch you in the face, or demonize you for being racist. I'm just gonna have a conversation with you, and hopefully at the end of this conversation you'll be a little bit emancipated from your ignorance. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have that conversation, because that racist man's gonna have a child, and that child's gonna have a child, and that child's gonna have friends, and they're gonna be in their little racist communities, and I'm like, yo, let's break that apart with conversation. You can't grow without, see what I mean, dealing with the issues at hand. And I think everyone's like,
girls look like they listen to R. Kelly? No, they don't. I was gonna answer them. Do you listen to R. Kelly?
No, they look grown, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna ask. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Who's willing to listen though? I thought everyone's kind of stuck in their own way. I mean, everyone. There's probably some things I don't realize that I'm stuck in my own way, but then I have a solid reason behind it. It may not be a substantial reason, but I'm just thinking that's the way. But I don't feel that it's a reason why someone should be evaporated from history.
What's something you feel like something that you feel like, actually, no, this deserves to be cancelled. This deserves to end and no longer be here?
Pedophilia.
That's tough. Yeah, pedophilia.
But it's the way things are being engineered that it's becoming very much a norm, very slowly. And the thing is, no one's actually realizing it, but the way it's just getting normalized. Because there was that Netflix thing of them like 11-year-old girls, I haven't watched it, but 11-year-old girls dancing, but like erotic dancing. I don't know if you've seen it.
Which is another thing as well, because I've heard about people that have actually watched the film, and apparently it's a really moving.
There you go.
Informative film.
That's the thing, but it's informative, but in what capacity? Because they're dancing through freedom of art, but they don't know the concept of it. Prime example, I remember.
So who's the person with the problem? The people that are like got the sick minds.
It's because we've been engineered that way, so it's up to us as parents to know this ain't the right way. There's ways that your parents raised you that you may not agree with, but now that you have that informative information, it's now upon you to take the next generation and not allow it to continue.
Wait, what are you saying about the film? What you?
Well, I just told it's very erotic for 11-year-olds to be dancing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Pedophilia is just coming quite a norm, and it's coming quite regular.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen the film. I can't speak on it at all.
Neither, but I haven't watched it either, and I don't plan to.
But I'm like, even like the idea of like, because everyone's talking about. Go on.
Just by us saying that, does that not make us contradicting what we're saying about us being stuck in our own ways? If it is as informative as it is, shouldn't we allow to watch it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, and this is a tough one. That's why when you said pedophilia, I was like, ooh, because I did just say, I don't really believe in cancel culture. I think everyone should be able to come out as they are, sick, disgusting, as someone might perceive it, and be able to grow from it.
There's some sick ass people in it.
See what I'm saying? It's mad. It's so mad. I can't understand it. I don't understand. This is one thing I'm gonna be completely honest about. I don't understand multiple genders. And I don't understand teaching kids at a certain, or I don't understand teaching kids that if you feel apparently there's a kid with, I think like an 8-year-old kid that has changed their sex. There's young kids that are allowed legally to change their, physical makeup because of how they feel. It's like, you feel like that now. What about 20 years from now and you're like, damn, I don't feel like that anymore.
I get that concept. I understand if that person feels like that way, but what you said, that's just not. There's been prime examples when I'd wanted a tattoo. The tattoo I wanted at 15. Yeah. Ain't no chance I want that now.
Yeah. What was the tattoo?
It was some weird tribal thing, but with a smiley face emoji.
Oh shoot.
But the emoji was in yellow, but the tribal was in black and red. It didn't look.
You know what I wanted? I've got a tattoo
probably now, back then I'd probably say, no, that's gay, fam, but we can't say that now.
I wanted a tattoo when I was
Speaking
like
I don't what riff it's a riff, but
let me get a plantain shit, bro.
No. I have a lot of my gay friends that really like me.
We'll get back onto that.
Why?
That is
What?
hella random.
Why? Because we're talking about gay.
But wait, real quick.
Why?
Going back on tattoo. That is so random. I wanted a tattoo of the laugh now, cry later thing. The drama masks. Here. I wanted it
the
here.
drama one, yeah.
Yeah, the upside down smiling, whatever. Here with like a little design thing, and it would say laugh now, cry later. I literally wanted that here. Now I think about having that, like, it's stupid. No way. No way. And I've got one tattoo, and the one tattoo I got, it's literally, for me, just let me know, now if I get a tattoo, it has to be of the same
Importance.
you know what I mean? Like,
It should be
heartfelt importance
But
as this one. Let me show you my tattoo. You can't really see it, it's tiny.
what genders are there now? Because there's one homegirl she told me about, which I cis gender, cisgender, cisgender.
What's that?
I don't know. She explained it, but let me know. Paraphrase.
Wait, you said you got gay friends that find you attractive?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What don't you get about that?
Well,
I think it's quite
I mean, like, what? How do they show you? How do they just get it, or are they like trying to cop a feel?
No, they know that I'm straight as it gets. I think they're speaking out. What's her name?
What do they say?
Say that they find me super
Hey,
attractive.
Frankie.
That's offensive.
Shit, I can't. Sorry.
Not all gay people have high pitched voice.
Hey, Frankie.
But to be said, I've never actually met a gay person with a deep voice. I met someone.
I'd be scared of a gay person with deep voice.
You come here often?
No.
So it says, I asked, what is it? She said, when you identify with the gender you were born as.
That's me, no?
That's what I thought. But I didn't reply because I didn't want to come across like, yo.
That's another thing. There's too many labels, bro.
What the hell does that even mean?
There's way too many labels, man. Like, yeah. And that's what I love about, like, you know loads of language, isn't it? And I think the English language is the kind of thing that it's like numbers. You can keep going up in the numbers, but there's no ending to the amount of numbers. It's infinity. You can keep adding 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
It's a hybrid language.
Exactly. And I think
it's got elements of Latin. It's got elements of Anglo-Saxon. It's got a little bit of Hinduism. So of course there's no.
Yeah, it's like non-stop. Keep adding zeros. And I think when it's like that, it's like, what does anything mean if you can keep adding to what things are and keep adding new words and it's like defining new things with a new title? Whereas I think if we go closer and closer to zero, eventually you have an ending point. It's like, okay, we don't know where we are right now, but let's go down and go back to zero. Do you know what I'm saying? I think there's just too many labels. Like, why have I got to define, like, I don't even define before I used to be like, I'm an extrovert. And because I decided to define myself as an extrovert, I couldn't be quiet. Do you know what I mean? I felt ashamed to be quiet. I felt like, damn, I gotta be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why do I feel like I need to sit down and be quiet and not say anything to nobody? I'm an extrovert. It's like, yeah, there's just too many titles, which I don't, now I'm learning to not align myself with or attach myself to. It's like, yeah.
Well, no, it's just, so is Michael Jackson cancelled then?
I don't think, he's dead, man. And look at all the great things he did. And the one thing that he apparently did, which isn't even proven.
R. Kelly? Do they think they know R. Kelly? There's not a lot of people in this area that look like they know R. Kelly, bro.
No, man. To be honest, R. Kelly in this day and age is a name you can't even say.
I'll say R. Kelly's name with chest,
How can I not listen to world's greatest?
He's the musical genius.
I believe I can
musical.
Fly.
That guy is.
What?
He is probably my favorite musician of all time. If I put everything down, he's probably there.
What?
Or definitely.
Michael
he's
Jackson
definitely
or R. Kelly.
What did I just say?
But you got to compare them. Like, who? If you compare the two, who do you think wins?
Of course, MJ wins, but it's not just about the concept of what they brought or consistency. It's just how I felt about certain music, how powering it was, correlation, and all this. Yeah, that's not to dispute many talents. Like, I love Sam Cooke.
Oh, Sam Cooke's amazing.
Considering that's who R. Kelly was inspired to be like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you now listen to next R. Kelly songs, you'll see a lot of correlation to it. But then there's Stevie Wonder. There's all these people.
Stevie.
Did you hear he divorced his wife?
Did he?
Yeah. Now,
why? What did she say?
That's the thing.
What did you don't know what you look like.
That's how bad.
What did you do?
Wow. For a blind person,
I can't deal with this shit no more. Every morning you guys.
That's one of the things that's virtually impossible. To get divorced by a blind person.
Imagine that. Nah, that's deep. But I was gonna say, like, imagine like her coming home or like being around her friends. Like, if she ever got into an argument with her friends, I know someone would say that. You better shut up, girl. You got divorced by a blind person. That's peak.
But yeah, a lot of these are. So Michael Jackson, the thing is, he's alleged cases have all been cleared, but his name has been tarnished.
It's like, who do we listen to, bro? Who are these people that have the power to tarnish someone as great as Michael Jackson's name? Who are you?
The people that make the memes. The media that infiltrate that.
Insane to me. The same people that will freaking be buying his music, have kids that be doing his dance moves, like hear a song and be like, remember that time they were in freaking a random beautiful place.
Do you know what I mean?
Like what? The feeling you get from listening to Michael Jackson.
Do you remember, girl?
And R. Kelly. The feeling you get is undisputed. It's powerful. So you can't just you are nobody to be like, nah, I'm cancelling him. Okay, if you don't like his music anymore, but then again, I'm not gonna lie, R. Kelly, the whole Pied Piper thing, he called himself the Pied Piper.
I don't know what that means.
The Pied Piper is someone that plays an instrument to bring children.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what a Pied Piper is. And he calls himself the Pied, and he's like, my mind's telling me no.
That song, listen, I was listening to that song a few weeks ago. The comments are hilarious.
It's like, yo.
My body is telling me, yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong. It's like, oh no.
What a little
Age ain't nothing but a number. He had the audacity. R. Kelly, you're tripping. Michael Jackson weren't convicted. So, yeah. But R. Kelly,
but even, a lot of these kids, one of the kids committed suicide. The one allegedly blamed Michael Jackson.
But why did he commit suicide?
Because conscience fucked him up. He knew it was wrong. Everywhere he went, you can't run away from yourself.
Yeah, you can't try and, you know what I mean? You can't be the person that was like, I messed up Michael Jackson and live comfortably.
No.
Too many people love Michael Jackson, man.
Bruh.
Or loved.
Nah, he's
R. Kelly though, man.
Nah, R. Kelly. So for me,
that's why I said I think he deserves what he's getting.
But you know,
all that stuff. Canceling
the decade before us, they're not canceling him.
No, they can't.
Because I remember when it all came out, impact, he had a concert literally the next day, sold out.
Yeah.
And it was all girls from
Kelly.
10 years. A lot of, maybe not us, we're a little bit too old, but a lot of people younger than us are here because of R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might be here because of R. Kelly.
Yeah, like I said, we may be, I don't know, was he around in the 80s like that, or 90s?
No, I was born in the 90s.
Yeah, so was I, but
now I'm thinking about what my parents were listening to when I was conceived. That's mad. How did we get here? We were strict. We said cancel culture is the topic.
One topic, okay, but Percy, the Robert Kelly.
I said Robert.
Yeah, he is cancelled. But
I can't cancel him though.
But his music, I'm not cancelling it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't think cancelling him is this like, okay, when I think of cancelling people, you're Xing them out of culture. But he is so much of black culture. Just to give you a quick story, right? And I'll never forget this, because I didn't realize how much black American music had an impact. So when I went to Ghana, like maybe 3-4 years ago, on my own, my uncle took me for like a walk around like Accra, and you saw like the different forts, so the places where the slaves stayed. No, I'm gonna bring it back, right? And it's such a moving image. You see where the boats were docked, you can see the whole sea, you're like, eerie. The buildings are abandoned, they're dark, you see the bars, and you're looking in there, and you can feel almost like
the presence.
People's souls were in that building, being ready to get shipped off. Do you know what I'm saying? Lives were changed from that dock. Do you know what I'm saying? You walk around, and then you go into a place called Bukom, which is it's a town which is renowned for like boxers. Yeah, everywhere you go, you see someone like kids out in the streets running butt naked, showering outside. People watching boxing on TV. There's like a little boxing arena bit. It's beautiful, right? It's just this relentless culture. My uncle was like, yo, if you come here, this is a fighting place. People know how to fight here, and they're on fighting. And you walk around, it's like, oh, this is amazing. It's like, and then you see some churches as well, and you're like, oh, I can see the, do you know what I mean, the missionaries, and you can see all that happening. Then you walk around a bit, and then you hear American music. And you're like, for me, it was like, oh my gosh, like, people left this place, went on those boats, traveled however many miles in the worst conditions, and out of that struggle and strife and all that stuff, their music that they made all those miles away has come back here, and it's moving people. It's being played. I was like, I'm even getting like the fuzzy, goosebumpy feeling now just talking about it. So then when I think about people that are like, actually, no, cancel that guy. Stop playing World's Greatest. Stop playing I Believe I Can Fly. When I know what those songs make people, you know what I mean, feel like they can do. It's like, I can do anything. Even though I'm in a struggle right now, even though every time I come up my house and I see the history of what people in this, you know what I mean, in this region went through, I can listen to R. Kelly, who is miles and miles away, whose ancestors come from the same place, and he's made this music that is so uplifting. Nah, cancel him because of what he did to kids. And yeah, what he did to kids, messed up. No, he deserves all the time in jail he gets. But his music is, I mean, you can't put that in the bin.
You cannot, you can hate someone, but you cannot take what they actually brought to the table when it came to it. It's very empowering, especially music. I guess because we talked a lot about musicians, which just goes to show that these individuals, they are probably individuals who R. Kelly never met, but they can never cancel because R. Kelly saved his life. In the concept of not out of a burning fire, but gotten through that struggle. When literally the whole world was against you. I don't know if I have. Do I have any celebs like that? Probably, I wouldn't say. Maybe Gary Coleman, but if he wasn't there, I probably would have got through it. But there's individuals that really made a difference and impact to someone. Yeah, facts. Prime example, apparently Adolf Hitler was really good with a lot of kids. Not in the same way as but apparently he was a very good. He was good with children. Adolf Hitler's cancelled. He's cancelled. I'm like, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying he was a good kid, but so a lot of them children, when they grow up to be women and men, they probably idolize the right way to look after people is from what they learned from Hitler. Yeah. But of course he is cancelled because he did more bad than good. Yeah, but I think it's good. Even him. I'm on the road now. Even his good can't be taken away. I shouldn't be taken away because you can learn from people's good and bad. Actually. At one point, Mayor could have been cancelled. Oh, for what you said about performing artists or actors should find real jobs. Who? No? Anyway, sorry. Who said that? This I don't know anything about politics, but this politician, I think he's one of them. Oh, yeah, I saw that. No, Mayor Angelo. Is that his name? No, that's not a politician. I'm talking about the Maya. Maya Angelou. Okay, yeah. You said Mayor Angelo. I think it was. I may be wrong, but maybe her. She was a prostitute at first. So if she had died at that point, she would have said, cancel her. Malcolm X, he got arrested and plenty of theft, plenty of gang fights. Yeah. If he got cancelled. If he died in prison, he would have been cancelled. And also, real quick, what you said about Maya Angelou, right? Like, it's really interesting because people forget we're super Christian. Do you know what I mean? We go to church every Sunday. Where's the forgiveness, huh? Super Christian, but no forgiveness. And also, speaking of Maya Angelou being a prostitute, we all know about the prostitute story and how Jesus treated her. You know about that story? Oh, my days. My Bible knowledge is coming up. Basically,
I'm forgetting her name. Someone say it for me. But there's this woman who came down to Jesus' legs and washed his feet. And everyone was like, oh, get away from here, prostitute. And Jesus was like, paraphrasing here, I don't know what he said word for word, but he was like, yo, allow it. Like, listen, look, she's the only person here that's washing my feet. You might not just talking, drinking. Like, you might, hey,
word for word, that's what he said, brother.
Come and sit with me.
Chill with man, innit?
Come and chill. Do you know what I mean? Car, I know you got my back, and she had his back. Do you know what I mean?
They're actually really, really nice, because like, at one point, Jesus could be in cancel culture.
Why? What did Jesus do?
He made, because he was growing the troops, so he could have been cancelled to the leaders, the pharaohs or whatever, because he was forming an army, well, not an army, but he was forming truth to the people, which essence, that's what Dr. King and all these people did.
That's funny. If there's a Jesus in society right now,
oh, you know what? Listen,
they'd probably get cancelled.
So
what you mean?
No. Hear me out. I came up with you know when I have a certain inspiration to when I'm thinking about writing. So after having some inspiration, I hope you know what I meant by that. After I had a certain inspiration.
Okay.
Remember when I was sending you voice notes at a specific time?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
For that reason, yeah. So what I came up with some idea. It says, what if, it may be just mad, but what if all these people was the same person but reincarnate? So what if Jesus ended up being Bob Marley, ended up being Gandhi, ended up being Dr. Sebi?
Hey,
what if that was all the same person?
You're not far off. And maybe it is ridiculous. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
In a sense it is ridiculous, but it's just reincarnation.
Because we all can't, and I was watching this documentary, right? And it was basically...
Fam, that would be a sick film, bruh.
There was a documentary I was watching, and it was saying that we're all one. We're all from the same thing, right? And the way it illustrated it, which made so much sense to me, because I'm more of a visual person than a word person. When I saw it, I was like, this actually makes sense. It showed a bunch of different eyes. Monkey eyes, horse's eyes, frog's eyes, fish's eyes, human eyes, all these different animals with eyes. And when you look in the eyes, you're like, oh shoot, we all are one.
Yeah, of course we are.
We all are one. And so, with that being said, if we're all one, we're all, do you know what I mean? That's basically what I mean when we're all one. It's like, we're all from one tree. We all got different branches, and we all, you know what I mean, represent the different branches. You're from Malawi, I'm from Ghana, someone's from England, someone's from Croatia, whatever. That's your branch. And within your branch, you've got little leaves, and that's your little community. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's, you know what I mean, little vines and all that. Anyway, so we're all from the same tree though. And if that's the case, then if someone comes out and speaks like a Jesus, or Bob Marley, or a Gandhi, or Malcolm X, that's the consciousness of the same one tree.
Yeah.
And I think
we may have to write this, bro.
Hey man, it's already recorded, transcript and that.
Nah, that'll sound like a dope script.
Yeah.
I get you. Do you think a country can be cancelled?
But I don't believe in cancel culture. So I believe people are, in this society, anything's capable. People are capable of doing anything.
Afghanistan was cancelled.
Which is insane.
I know, it's dumb.
If any country should be cancelled, it's America. Look what America have done. The Vietnam War. What? The amount of people they killed.
They lost though.
Yeah, I know, but you know, like the bombing of like...
You mean the Hiroshima, Pearl Harbor?
Hiroshima, that's it, yeah. I know a lot about stuff, but I don't know a lot about stuff. So I know about the Jesus story, but I don't know what the woman was called. I know about bombings and stuff, but I don't know where they bombed and when they bombed it.
Actually, there's been other atomic bombs before.
Which is insane. Like, what have you done? What have you done?
Do you know who invented the concept of atomic bombs?
Who?
Which is insane why they're so famous, but it's Einstein. They said that one of the last few days before Einstein's death, he says he regrets discovering that theory.
But can I say something? The thing's about to cut off again, so we'll have to end soon. But the atomic bomb, if you look at it for all its atrocities that it's been used for, you can look at it and say it's a bad thing. But if you actually look at the science behind it, I think it's actually a brilliant thing that we can all take a lot of wisdom from. The reason why the atomic bomb is so powerful is because it's not focused on destroying things because of being so big. when you think of something that can destroy everything, you probably think this huge thing. The atomic bomb is looking at destroying things at the atomic level where we're all the same. So the science and the wisdom in that is actually, damn, rather than going so big and trying to cancel everything, let's go small and figure out where we're all the same and make incremental changes and understand people and have conversations with people that we really disagree with. Because on that level, we're all the same. I can look at you as, I mean, Hitler's nothing like me, but he had eyes. He took in breath. If I was around him, I'd be breathing the same air as him. Deep, innit? Where we're all the same is at the atomic level, and that's why the atomic bomb is so powerful. Because if it blows up here, it's destroying everything that is like it. Like attracts like, right? And everything is made from atoms. Yeah. So that's why the atomic bomb is so powerful. I thought that was mad.
That was such a mic drop bomb.
Bow. Done now. This is about to end. But yeah, put comments and stuff in the description, all that goodness. And
should things be cancelled?
Should things be cancelled? Chime in. Let us know what you think. Follow us on Anchor and Spotify at DrawingBOREDPod. And follow myself on Instagram at Benny Sarpong and Frankie at
Frankie Clarence. That's Frank I.E. Clarence.
And lastly, we've got a YouTube channel where you can see this video.
Hey!
It's on We Are Boredom, and that also has an Instagram channel called We Are Boredom. Boredom spelled B-O-R-E-D-O-M.
Hey, English.
I was this close. Anyway,
the pressure spelling.
I believe whilst I'm on a high, and yeah, catch you guys in a bit.
Peace, love, and
harmony. Oh,
harmony. We'll go.
We'll go with that.